back with another episode of A Purposeful Pop Life.
That is right. And we are happy to talk about, well, I don't know how happy we are, but we're going to be talking about 2 movies today.
Yes.
What are those?
Well, the first one is going to be Coda, which is on Apple TV. It's a new release, I think relatively new.
Came out Friday.
And then one came out today. It's called 9 Perfect Strangers on Hulu. It's a Hulu original.
Came out yesterday.
Was it yesterday? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I watched both of them this morning. So it's been a long TV day, and I'm just going to say out of the gate. I know, but I'll say out of the gate, they are 2 wildly different experiences. And I'm glad I watched them both back to back because it makes those 2 experiences actually like
Balance
better.
it out a little
Yeah,
bit.
totally. Okay.
Let's start with Coda.
Okay.
Because that came out first.
It came out first. It's on Apple TV. I'll let you tell the story of it, but I'm just going to say quickly, I cried on a few occasions.
If you
I did.
need any kind of uplifting, anything to uplift your spirits
Yes.
during the day, watch this. I did not think I was going to like it. I saw the trailer for it and I was like, oh, here we go. And like another inspirational movie about like how life sucks and how, you know,
Yeah.
the good people always win.
And it's
the bad
cliche, it's in
people-
Boston-ish, you know, it's a port
Right.
town fisherman story.
It is, but yet it isn't cliche at all.
Not at all.
And so, there's this family. They're all deaf, except for one member, the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Ruby, and she has a talent. She can sing. She's not really good at anything else. Like I wouldn't say she's exceptionally beautiful.
But she's got a fantastic voice.
Yeah, there's nothing really special about her, except the one thing that's always kind of been conspicuous and special about her is that her whole family is deaf except for her. So she basically is their caregiver, their translator, their everything. They depend on her for everything.
Yeah.
And it's worn her. You can even tell it during her younger years that
Oh,
it's
yeah.
worn on her. And she's kind of living this life in fear. Like she doesn't have any aspirations. She doesn't have any dreams because she knows she has to take care of her
people,
family.
yeah.
But then this teacher comes along, and gosh, if you could just all have one person in your life,
Yep.
like outside of your family, who just
Believes
sees
in you,
something
who believes
in
in
you
you.
that
Yes,
nobody else
exactly.
sees. Like nobody else noticed her, nobody
Yeah.
else cared. She'd fall asleep in class. Teachers would just kind of, nudge
Yeah,
her,
yeah.
get going. Like no one notices most people, right? Because
Yeah.
you're so self-involved. You're the star of your story, but she.
Yeah, she's not. You know, I'll say this about the movie. So, you know, the parents, like you said, and the brother are deaf. And the way they handled it in a movie, there was big chunks where it was silent, and you just had the text below what was going on. So
You definitely had to pay attention.
well, it's not you got to watch the movie. But it was, you really got to understand what it was like to be, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but to be deaf, but also be the child of the deaf parents, because there was this gap in communication, and all of a sudden I found myself paying attention differently because you're looking at nonverbal cues all of a sudden, you're just looking at the whole situation very differently, and then they bring back the sound during the middle of the scene, and you realize what you were missing when that sound is gone. I just how they handled it was, I don't know if that was the intent, but I thought it was really expansive in terms of expanding just my thinking about it and how they handled it and the way they handled the whole sign language piece. I thought that was really well done.
It was expressive. I mean, their acting through sign language was extraordinary.
And the mom in the show doesn't she have a hearing handicap in real life?
Yes.
And she's been in shows
She is
before.
a
I don't know,
deaf
what's her
kid.
name? I forget her name.
I forget, but you'll recognize her. She's been in several series on NBC,
So
ABC.
it was very authentic. It wasn't.
Yes.
It didn't feel contrived at all. And like
It
I
was
said,
a beautiful
I
story.
love the movie.
Watch it.
Totally.
Next one, 9 Perfect Strangers. Oh man.
Okay. If you watched these things before, we've talked about how Hulu and Amazon have their original stuff, and sometimes they get a little bit either weird or they get kind of like strange. This is, no pun intended, it is strange. It's almost hallucinogenic to start. Mm-hmm. They got this cast of characters coming together for this retreat. Nicole Kidman is the guru at the retreat. She plays this sort of Russian, weird, mystical creature person.
Can I just say, the woman cannot act because in order to act, you have to be able to move your face, Nicole. You have to have like lines like this and like. You have to be able to move your face. Like I get it.
But the
Hollywood
plastic
is
face,
tough,
but the plastic face actually works in this one. She looks. I mean, it works. She's trying to be
She
kind of
just-
ghosty, weird.
Yeah, but that's just her.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna say, okay, they got a great cast of characters. They got
They do.
Melissa McCarthy. They got that other
Bobby
guy.
Cannavale.
Yeah, they got like a
Cannavale,
great
Cannavale,
cast.
yeah.
I sort of get the idea, but I'll say this: with all the movies we've watched and all the TV shows we've watched, I like to watch a show where I get a good lesson, I get a good smile, I get a good cry. I don't need to invest in this series. I'm like, I gotta figure out these characters. You know it's gonna be weird, mystical, there's gonna be some evil, some suspense. I just don't need that. It might, if you're looking for that kind of thing, I think it's gonna be a good series, I think it's gonna be a good show, but it's not the cup of tea that I would spend time on. So
It's from the same author who wrote Big Little Lies, Little Big Lies, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the same author, all the same actors. David E. Kelly's the producer.
Yeah.
He chooses Nicole Kidman for every single movie. Why? I do not know, David. Why do you do that? I don't know.
It seems a little cliche. The
It
cast.
is, but the thing is like people are watching it and it's what sells. So let us know if it
Good for
sells to
you.
you, if you're sold on it.
And I'll say this, I'm actually half tempted to watch it only. I'm not going to, but I am because I'm a fan of Melissa McCarthy. And I will say, this is not a spoiler.
Yeah.
Early on, she has one of her scenes going to this retreat, and she's there, and she cries. And to see that side of her, when so much of what we've seen in her as an actress has been kind of funny. She was in a cop show. She's kind of
funny.
So she was showing this other side that actually I was actually delighted to see, and hopefully that she'll leave this and do her own feature movie, where maybe she is kind of like the what is it, Kathleen Bates, you know, her.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of like that. She takes a serious character on like that, and does something later on.
You know what? I might watch it if I have time. Let's see what happens. But
You're not
I
going
would
to.
say our recommendation for
Coda.
this is Coda.
Fantastic movie.
Yes.
Watch
we will
it.
see you next week.
Take care, everyone. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.